want to talk about the lightweight rankings. I think this is kind of crazy. Of course, the first four are all belt holders at lightweight. Okay, cool, they have a belt. The way boxing is going now is like having a belt doesn't necessarily mean that you're the best in the world because they're handing guys belts very early. Guys aren't getting belts in the ring, so it's like got the email belts and stuff. But fine, if you're gonna give a guy a belt, um, it is what it is. I understand about the title holders being the top four in the world. I understand that. Since they still gassing up Loma. Loma has a belt. So I understand him being top four, bro. I definitely understand him being top four, Black Caesar. But the fact that he hasn't fought, and the last time he fought a gatekeeper in George Kambosos, his ass supposed to be number four. If he top 4 out of 10, he has to be number four. Now, they had Tevin Farmer top 10. We know his ass got to come out of the top 10 because he just lost. But Williams Zepeda number five. Why is he number five? Zepeda is number five because Zepeda has been Shakur's mandatory for I don't know how long now. That's why he's number five. It said top four is valid, but he ain't beating up none of them brothers. I'm be honest with you. Loma probably could beat Tank. If Loma could not get knocked out, he could beat Tank. If Loma could avoid getting knocked out, he could beat Tank Davis. A lot of people don't want to hear that. So, a lot of people don't want to hear that. It is what it is. I got to keep it a buck. I got to keep it a buck, bro. Now, Keyshawn and Shakur, the whole buddy thing, I hope that comes to an end. I think Keyshawn could potentially beat Shakur because of the athleticism, the size, the power, the experience. They say, why Tank number one? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why Tank is number one. And then here's the thing. Hey, everybody that's rocking with me on Patreon right now, I appreciate y'all. Black Caesar, Giovanni Pablo, Eugene Pearson. Oh, you know what? You know what it is too, bro. Why is Tank number one? If Tank is supposed to be number one, right? Said I'm always tapping into the YouTube lives. Yeah. See, I messed up. I thought I was on Patreon, but I'm actually not. But you know what? I think I'm gonna start doing one live on YouTube for everybody. And then like the people that want to support on Patreon, they can see all the lives. Or I'm gonna go live on YouTube and then yeah, I think I'll just do one free live a week. I think that's how I'm gonna do that. Yep, I'm gonna do one free live a week on YouTube. The rest should be on Patreon. It's all good. Cause I actually thought it was a private, but I'm so damn tired. He said, who's your favorite fighter besides these black dudes? That's what somebody said on TikTok. What you're not understanding is this, bro. It's not even about race right now. I didn't make this list. This is the Zone's list. This list is BS. I don't think Tank should be number one. Tank just lost to Lamar Roach, and Lamar Roach isn't even on the list. So what's up with that? Tank lost to Roach, and Roach isn't even on the list. What's good with that? Makes no sense. And my bad, guys, I was posting this. He said, what list are you looking at? The list behind me. Tank know these pure boxes with somebody tried to come up. I'll let you up. Whoever tried to come up. I was just posting the live on my Patreon for a second. Why Loma has top two and he retired because Loma has a belt. Tank knew these pair of boxers with sound defense and giving work. That's why he want to call Devin and Shakur Bourne. Yeah, Tank has sparred these guys, and these guys have gotten better. It was a time period when they were young where Tank was probably better than them because Tank went professional before them. But boxing is an everyday sport, so it's like you either get better or you get worse. Tank has kind of regressed. What's good, cuz? Tank has regressed ever since he let go of Floyd. So when Tank separated from Floyd, when he stopped taking Floyd's instruction, he started to regress as a boxer. And Tank is surrounded by a lot of yes men. What's good, Mr. Incredible?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Chilling.
Shit, there's a lot of good fights coming up, boy.
Oh yeah, man.
You got, bro. You seen that interview with Bud and what's dude? What's his name? The wrestling dude,
Usman.
Usman.
Yeah, I haven't. Okay, so I haven't seen the whole interview. I haven't only seen clips. I haven't had time to watch the whole interview. I think I will next week sometime. I might watch tonight, but I know Bud said that Arrow not on his level and Arrow not a Hall of Famer and all of that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that on the
Hold on, let me see if I could report this guy. Block. And go ahead, before I block him, let me report. Before I block him, I want to report him. Alright, let me see. Yeah. I don't know. People, they found,
bro,
no, my bad, Eugene Pearson. Somebody came on my TikTok. I don't know what's good with these people. Like, I'm glad I'm not monetized on YouTube right now. But I feel like, I don't know, like maybe a lot of it's the food or something. Um, but a lot of people are going through a lot. Somebody said mental health issues. A lot of people are going through a lot right now, mentally and spiritually. They said you invited him. Actually, no, he asked to come up. I'm thinking he was going to talk about boxing. But I didn't really find anything funny. I was trying to figure out a way to report his channel, but I don't know. It is what it is. No, that wasn't really a spiritual warfare. I think that it is a spiritual warfare going on, but a lot of people like they're gone. A lot of people, their vessel has been taken over.
Yeah, I think Buddy was just tripping. That's why he didn't even use his real picture or anything. People just use the internet to just be.
But I don't believe in the troll thing. Like, imagine you been a young man, whether you're a teenager or a young adult in your early 20s, and you walking around saying I'm a troll. That means you wake up every day trying to stop people from doing their business, trying to get somebody upset. You wake up every day trying to incite somebody. That's weird. That means that it's something inside of you where you want to cast that darkness on everybody else.
It's called low self-esteem, bro. They need the attention. It validates them. But what I was trying to say earlier before the dude hopped on was Bud said at the end, they was talking about who's your top all time, and they was talking about why isn't Manny on your top all time?
Oh, the PEDs. Anybody who know boxing know Manny was on that stuff, man.
But just Buzz putting that.
It's the same dude. How do I? Yo, can somebody report him? Can somebody report him? Somebody report his page, bro. Like, go if you on here, report his page because they're not letting me report it. That's why I'm gonna keep him up here. I'm gonna keep him up here. Hey, whoever's in the chat, report the page. Cause I don't want to disconnect. His page was McDonald's. They said you can't report. Gotta go back to sub only guys because they sad, but it is what it is. Dudes immature. Hey, Angel, thanks for reporting, bro. And make sure thank you. Everybody that reported it, thank you. Cause we could get them off of Tik. People like that, we could get them off TikTok for good. Cause we can't put hands on these children. But yeah, go ahead, Mr. Incredible.
No, I was just saying that Bud put a stamp on that, like just validating, just putting it out there that shit ain't really what people think it is. You feel me?
Yeah, Bud wasn't even the crazy. Bud was never even supposed to reach the heights he reached. Bud got cheated in the amateurs. Number one. Number two, when he was coming up, he had to do a lot. Like other fighters had to vouch for him just to get signed, even though the promoters knew that he was a bad man. Even when he was signed, they protected Pacquiao from him. So a lot of this boxing stuff. That's why people talk like with my boxing career. I'm always brazen. I'm always talking about what I'm gonna do to somebody because I understand that a lot of this is smoke and mirrors. A lot of guys that they tell you are great, they're not really all that great. People give Manny Pacquiao credit for being a PED user. They give Manny credit for being a PED user. You know how many people could be great if they just use PEDs? Come on, bro. And then um, alongside of that, with boxing, you have matchmaking. It's not like they just throwing these guys out there and say, okay, let's see who's the best. It's matchmaking. Who brings in money? That's why Tank Davis is ranked number one on the list behind me, even though he just lost to a man coming up from 130. There's no way he should be number one. I understand the four title holders are the top four, but Lomachenko and Tank should be closer towards the bottom, like of the top four. Tank should be number four, number three. Loma should be number four, number three.
Loma don't even got a fight, like even announced or anything, and it's already 4 months into the year. You know how it is. They gotta announce it at least 3 months early to get it circulating, get it popularized.
That's only because these dudes are born too. But you're right. You're right.
That motherfucker is scary. Drop that fucking bell. Give that shit to Andy Cruz. Let Andy Cruz and
Keyshawn.
What's the name? Abdullah Mason fight for it.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Andy Cruz and Abdullah Mason would be amazing.
Because they both have around the same amount of fights, but with Andy Cruz's experience, it balance out.
But I don't think that. I don't know if Abdullah would take that, bro.
Abdullah got like 7 more pro fights, but Abdullah could sleep his ass if he catches him.
Yeah, you saw Andy got hurt by the one bull. I forgot his name. The guy that Devin knocked out.
Yeah,
Yo, who won that fight last night, yo? William Zepeda.
Yeah, Zepeda won.
How did it look though, KJ?
Farmer looked old. Farmer hurt his hand or his elbow, and Farmer he refused to fight the Mexican fighter in the pocket. Like the other day, I actually uploaded a video where I'm just sparring. It was an older cat in my gym. I'm just sparring with him, but I'm standing right there and trading with him. So a lot of times, a lot of black fighters don't understand this. They're not gonna let you do what you do best against Mexican fighters because that's their kryptonite. Somebody that is slick, somebody that can fight going backwards. Also, their fans don't want to see you fight going backwards. So when you're a black fighter and you get in with a Mexican fighter, you have to be able to fight on the inside. And a lot of brothers, they haven't really learned that or they haven't gotten to the point or the place where they can accept that, damn, I got to fight on the inside.
You know what fighter I think is going to be better at fighting on the inside now?
Who?
Haney.
No, I don't think so. Haney's structure is just all wrong, bro. Like Haney's so tall, but he don't really know how to sit down and get small. A guy that really knew how to get small, even though he was lanky. If you go look at Salvador Sanchez knew how to drop up under shots and make his body small and come up punching hard. That's a technique. These dudes aren't trained in that stuff. You know why? It's all about Floyd Mayweather. It's all about pull counter. It's all about shoulder roll. I made a video the other day. I said if you don't have a 72-inch reach, if your reach isn't longer than everybody in your immediate division or in your future divisions, you shouldn't spend too much time watching Floyd. Floyd was a larger man with his reach than most of his opponents. He also had great reflexes, freak athlete, great speed, underrated speed. Started out with great power, was stopping dudes up until he got into the welterweight division. So a lot of guys they watching the wrong guy.
Prodigy.
Yeah, but it's many prodigies in boxing. Like
Yes.
Floyd is just one. That style is good for him. It's dudes back in the day that could have beat Floyd. You know, Ray Leonard could have beat Floyd. Charlie Burley could have beat Floyd. You know, Ray Robinson. It's been other great fighters. Like it's been other great fighters. Even the practitioner. Well, Benton was bigger. Benton was bigger, but there's been other practitioners of the shoulder roll. There's been other great fighters. Floyd is just the most popular of the social media era because Floyd kind of started really becoming that man when people started using cell phones, like new tech cell phones, iPhones and shit like that. So that helped his case, and he was also a great salesman. And he also happened to be one of the best. So all those things come together, and now he's a mega star. But all of these kids have been misled. All of them are trying to fight like somebody that they really shouldn't. They should be studying other fighters.
Now, KJ, you've been boxing since you was how old?
I started in my 20s, bro. I didn't start late. I didn't beat on people who started since they was yay high. I done whooped a lot of ass. The last fight that I posted on here, that dude, he came out the Pampers boxing. But the thing is, you either got no. I'm serious. I'm not joking. But he had over 100 amateur fights. He had footage of him sparring with Tank Davis and all of that. You know. But do you put the work in and do you have the boxing gift? Do you have the brain to box? You know what I mean? Do you really study this shit? Do you me? I look at it as paying my dues. So when I go out today, I did it. You know, I did 10 miles and I did an extra 2 hours in the gym right after I finished the 10 miles, and that's a low tempo workout for me. So I already know it don't matter if a motherfucker started when they 3 years old. Most people not gonna do that. So when they meet up with me, it's ass whooping time.
You know what I think is wrong with the trainers these days? It said that they don't teach the fundamentals, man.
Yeah, that's all my coach does. I all the advanced stuff I learned from YouTube and watching older fighters, but they don't. A lot of these coaches don't teach the basics. Devin Haney, a world class athlete. Devin Haney, I don't know if he knows now, but he didn't know how to put up a basic guard to block Ryan Garcia's shots. He didn't know how to fight with his hands up. That's something Tank does very well. Tank might overdo it with the headbanger style where he holds it up and doesn't duck or nothing. It just lets you hit him. But Devin doesn't know how to fight with his hands up, bro.
Let me ask you a question besides that now.
Or at least he didn't. Hopefully he does now. No offense to Devin, huh?
What type of Devin Haney you think is going to come in on this John Ramirez fight? Like
The only Devin that we get is a dog. Devin Haney only shows dog. He's never showed no kitty cat, no pussification. Every time we see Devin, he shows up and he shows up as a dog. What you saw Tank do with the knee and the eye and the grease in it, you would never see Devin do that. Matter of fact, your boy started tripping last night. Tevin Farmer was injured, and his corner was telling him to take a knee, and he didn't do it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just different mentalities, and that's no offense to Tank. People take shit like you are against somebody. It's like no, Tank told y'all straight up he is in boxing for money. So when you commercialize an aspect of your life and it's not your passion, you're not gonna be willing to do certain things. You're not gonna have as much dog as the next man.
that's facts. That's facts. And I respect that because you rock with Tank.
Yeah, but people think because I rock with all of these brothers, to be honest with you. But people think because you speak that real or you say the truth, that means you don't like somebody or that you dislike somebody, and that's not the case.
Right, that's facts. That's facts. Because I rock with Devin. Devin's one of my favorite guys to this day.
Yeah, Devin got more heart than all of them.
And I think Devin beats all of them. Shakur, and I think he beat Tank if he put his stuff, everything together.
At 147, Devin has a chance against Shakur because Shakur said he don't want to fight Devin at 147. So when you start hearing that, you say, why not?
Right.
I mean, these other guys, everybody claim they Floyd or they the next Floyd. Floyd jumped his little ass all the way up to 154. Pernell Whitaker jumped his little ass up to 154. And Pernell was a addict at that point doing that.
And we got to give Bud Crawford some credit, man.
Yeah, Bud is one of the only ones. But you know what it is, though? The real thing is that you got guys who've been boxing their whole life, so they boxing at the most elite level, like Haney, Shakur, Tank. But a lot of these guys that weren't blessed with super genes to really be able to go up and weight. The boxers of the last generation, people took for granted. Floyd Mayweather is a freak when it comes to his athleticism. Roberto Duran, Pernell Whitaker, these dudes were smaller guys. They could go all the way up. You know what I mean? But they had really good power, really good strength, really good reflexes. Devin Haney's not a freak athlete. Shakur's not a freak athlete. And that's why the power is not going to go up with them. So they have to be even more skilled. Exactly. Where's Roach? That's what I said in my video, Jimmy. I said, where's Roach? Why is it that Tank number 1? They got all these other dudes. Lamar Roach beat Tank. He got to at least be number 10. God damn. But that lets you know how much business this is. You probably wasn't up here when I said this, Jimmy, from the comment section. But check this out. When Tevin Farmer is ranked number 10 and we haven't really seen much of him on the boxing scene, that means that they had to give him some type of ranking. So when Zepeda beat him, it will be worth something. That's how they do in boxing. They give a fighter rank, so when the guy that they want to beat him, it'd be worth something. If they had Tevin Farmer ranked number 44 in the world, it wouldn't mean shit when Zepeda beat him. So a lot of this shit is a popularity contest.
I put Eddie Cruz above William Zepeda.
I don't know if Cruz could beat William Zepeda.
You don't think so?
It's not really about look. You got fighters who come out of the amateurs with not many fights like Loma, but when I say not many fights, I'm talking about in the pros and amateurs. They get all those fights, all those experience. But Loma was fighting for championships early. Baturbia fighting for championships early, dominating. Rigondeaux, Andy Cruz, for him to have been in the amateurs that long, he's not coming on strong. Your boy that just fought David Morrell, I got to watch that fight again on PBC and do some videos on it. David Morrell was in the amateurs for a minute, right?
Yeah.
They get all that experience. David Morrell jumped in there with David Benavidez, a fighter that didn't have crazy amateur experience, but was sparring with the best in the world, sparring with champions, and is one of the best in the world today. And David Morrell went 12 rounds. I believe that was a real draw. And he knocked David Benavidez down. So Andy Cruz, his development hasn't been as fast as I would expect from a Cuban or from a man with over 200 or 300 amateur fights. They said Zepeda not ready for any high-level boxer. Well, I got some news for you, JD. Tevin Farmer is a high-level boxer. Tevin Farmer is not famous, but he's a high-level boxer. You can see that whenever you watch him.
Hey, KJ, remember that Tank and Tevin Farmer fight that was supposed to go down?
Tank never wanted. Tank and his team look at it like this. Even Floyd looked at it like this. What's the point of fighting somebody that's difficult for no money? And then if you lose, then what? Plus, I think that Floyd understood Tank's mentality. Like, Tank probably wasn't going to be able to come back from an embarrassing loss, so it would have messed up the money.
Right.
Tank said his biggest fear is getting embarrassed. So when you in boxing and you worry about getting embarrassed, you're going to tiptoe around the line of fire. Every fighter knows it's a chance you can go out there and get sparked. Hearns got sparked. Duran got sparked. Both of them are better than Tank. You can't really have that mentality if you're going to be, if you're really going to look back on your career and say, yeah, I fought the best. You can't have the mentality of, I'm scared to get embarrassed. Sean Porter is not as skilled as Tank, but Sean Porter got respect in the boxing world because Sean Porter put on them damn fights.
Yeah, that's facts. And I think Floyd saved Gervonta Davis' career by not giving him true boxers.
Well, Tank didn't want those boxers early anyway. Floyd saved his career by marketing him as this vivacious knockout artist, feeding him cans. Floyd made his career. Floyd took him over to Europe and was. Floyd went to Tank's press conferences, talked shit, and got people talking about those press conferences.
If anything, Floyd boosted his career because he was talking about Floyd set him up against
Pedraza.
Puerto Rican dude.
Pedraza.
His best fight ever. And he was like, he set him up for greatness. That's what he did.
Yeah, exactly. I made the video. They talking about Floyd tried to set Tank up, and I said, yeah, Floyd set Tank up to be for greatness. At that time, Tank was the youngest champion in boxing.
I just don't like these Tank fans, man. They don't understand boxing, man.
Well, it ain't even just about Tank. It's about men that are fans of other men. Like somebody said, y'all must be fans of Shakur. We just men talking about boxing and trying to keep it a buck. Just because somebody talented don't mean that we're gonna lie for him or gonna act like we don't see what we see. I think that the worst thing Tank did was let go of Floyd. You know what Floyd would have told Tank in the Lamar Rose fight? Keep boxing. You got all night. Take your time. You got all night.
Right. I just think that
They said no, Gervonta wasn't supposed to win. He did. That's why he kept supporting Davis. So you think that Floyd Mayweather, who invested, Floyd invested years into Tank, training him and giving him money, sponsoring him, also going to his fights and boosting his name, talking trash. When Tank gets paid, Floyd gets paid. You think it's in Floyd's best interest to want Tank to lose? If Tank loses to Pedraza, the Ryan Garcia fight never happens. That was the biggest fight for PBC. Y'all just don't make sense, bro. And then y'all will watch a TikTok or YouTube video where Floyd is probably sitting there thinking because Floyd isn't jumping on the damn ground every single fight, kissing the ground. Davis walking. Y'all say, "Oh look, he hating. Look, he not even happy." Floyd is a multi-millionaire who has grossed $1 billion in his life. That man brain was probably running. Okay, he beat Pedraza. What's next?
Now, KJ, looking at the Tank and what's the name fight, Lamar Roach fight, you got Tank that had 30 fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
We look at it, we're like, man, after all those 30 fights, you should be an experienced elite fighter to be able to make an adjust on the fly. Wouldn't you think that Gervonta would have enough in his bag to make a decision?
Tank has enough in his bag, but it's a different look. It's a difference between playing chess and playing chess on the clock. You feel me? So when you playing chess, you got all day to make a move. What's good, Lico? When you playing chess, you got all day to make a move. When you playing chess on a clock, the guys who are good at chess on a clock, meaning it's a timer, their brain is wired completely different than guys who are good at chess with no clock. That's called pressure. That time is that pressure. So Tank, mentally, that's when he makes those mistakes. That's why he taking knees. That's why he running over to the corner because of the pressure of the moment. So you saying he should know better with 30 fights, but Tank is a natural talent, bro. He didn't study the sport of boxing. He's learning basic rules at 30 years old with 30 fights. That means his IQ isn't as high as we would like it to be. But his talent is so great, he doesn't need the best IQ. Much like a Roy Jones. You see what I'm saying? He's so athletic and so naturally talented, and he's put in years into the sport. I mean, Tank is one of the best in the world, but his IQ is not the highest. People gotta stop. They say Tank IQ is amazing. The hell, if Tank IQ is amazing, you think he would have took a knee and then didn't expect to get a 10 count on him?
Right, that's facts.
If his IQ is amazing, you think he would have ran to the corner and risked disqualification? So what y'all saying? They say I guarantee y'all never box yapping about box. Well, I box right now. So and if you want to come up to Baltimore, me and you could box and we could post it on the live NLM. I mean I box you up real good and then send your ass right back home. But this is the thing. Tank Davis may have a high boxing IQ, but under the clock, like how I said in my original analogy, when you really get in that moment and under that pressure, then your IQ may not be what you want it to be. You feel me?
Yeah, but KJ, I agree with you.
They say you 2 and 30, KJ. So you out your damn mind.
I agree with you, my brother. But I just we respect so much out of Tank in that situation. We expect for him to make adjustment on the fly.
No, y'all expect. I don't look. When it comes to a man who hasn't really been tested in boxing, I don't expect a motherfucking thing. In fact, I expect them to fail. A lot of these dudes, they haven't really. Back in the day, bro, it's people who wasn't even title holders. You could look on YouTube about Black Murderers Row. It's brothers who never got a chance to fight for title fights, but they had to fight some of the best fighters of their era more than once. So them dudes was tested. When was Tank tested?
Lamar Roach.
And we saw how that went. You know why? Because he got his first time fighting a truly high skilled fighter. He was 30 years old, even though he's been boxing since he was like 7 or 8. Okay, so when you look at somebody like that, I can't say that I expect Tank to do great. I don't know what to expect. Y'all not really putting him through the real paces. Y'all not walking him through the fire.
But here's the thing, though, KJ. A lot of fans, they really criticize when Devin got his first test with Lomachenko.
Yeah, Devin got a real test. And the fans criticize Devin. It's not about boxing with Devin. Y'all gotta understand, it's things that's going on in entertainment and it's things that's going on in the real world. Tank Davis is a tatted up cornrow brother from Baltimore. If you tell somebody from Baltimore, they be like, "Oh yeah, he from Baltimore. Oh, he from Chicago. He from DC. He from da, 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 da." All of this negative chaos, dark energy. Devin Haney doesn't give them the negative, dark energy that they want. If Devin Haney was Pyru, if Devin Haney was throwing up bees, you know he's from Oakland, right? If he was throwing up bees or seeds or anything, the people will love him more. So when it come to Devin, the fact that he don't have no gang affiliation or he's not related to crime, and I'm not saying that Tank put that image on himself. I mean, he put the tattoos on, but I'm not saying Tank is a gangster. But y'all, you know what people look at and when they see Tank, you see a black man tatted up, full of cornrows, right? And then he's athletic. You know, it's like like the whole Allen Iverson thing. People want to see black men related to chaos. I'm on these dating sites and stuff. What do women say? Oh, I like a man that's inked up. Where your tats at? Where you this? Where you that? It's always some type of dark shit that they want to see you associated with.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's why you can't be worried about what nobody really saying. A lot of these motherfuckers, they gone, man. And if you out here getting tattooed, I'm not judging you or nothing like that. I'm saying Devin Haney will never get respect in this world. And that's not a bad thing, bro. If you're not doing anything wicked, if you're not doing anything chaotic or satanic, and you don't get respect in the devil's kingdom, good. Good job. For the most part in the black community, if they don't respect you, you probably doing something good. Because they got respect for people that's out here taking lives. They got respect for people that walking around as showing. They got respect for people. Our community have respect for somebody just because they got money, no matter how they got the money.
Now, Carlos, I got something to say, my brother. So you mad at Bill Haney because of Bill? Whenever you had your 5-year-old son boxing since you was a kid, and you brought him all the way up in the ranks. So you're gonna be mad at the man? You gonna be mad at the man because his father?
NLB free. If you don't act right, your ass gonna get blocked, bro. Don't be asking me what I'm talking about. And your last comment was negative. If you don't like what you seeing, be a man and go find a different platform. Come on, man. Don't sit around and be no damn troll. I don't respect that. I don't respect the troll.
Right? So prior to the tank fight, right? Even though I'm impressed by Lamont, I have to keep it. Did we really consider Lamont elite before that fight?
I did because I sparred Lamont.
You did?
Yes.
Well, damn.
So you sparred Lamont Roach?
Yeah, I sparred 4 rounds with Lamar Roach. I consider him elite. I made a video that showed the difference between the defense of Lamar Roach and the defense of Frank Martin.
No.
And once again, the reason why my stuff ain't really popping and I don't have a million followers is things that certain people willing to do that I'm just not willing to do. But I knew Lamar Roach was elite because I sparred Lamar.
So when you sparred Roach, right? How would you break down Roach versus Shakur?
Look, this is the thing. I don't want to say too much because if them dudes fight, that's unfair. One person listening, another person listening. Like, I talk greasy shit on Patreon and really break down what I really see. But Lamar, cool. I can't say, oh, this how he gonna look at Shakur. This what I seen when I spotted him. He has to go fight Shakur. That's between them. I know that I could see shit in that damn boxing ring.
Like, what do you think as a boxer, right?
But basically straight up, Lamar foot speed really he can't match the foot speed of Tank or Shakur. The only reason Tank lost is because Tank wanted to make it a fight. He tried to make it a fight. I'm gonna do this video. I put it in my notes. I'm gonna do a video. Tank, he come from that Upton gym. Upton, they are related to the Headbanger gym. If you in boxing, you know what I'm talking about. Headbanger gym, they teach you to put your guard up like this, get hit, and then hit the other person harder. You know what I mean? It's some caveman shit. Tank is a freak athlete. He can get away with it. But if you're going on the inside and you're taking punishment, you're not really moving your head, and then you're just hoping to land a bigger shot than the opponent. And Lamar is on the inside. He's rolling, catching, and countering. He's going to beat you. His inside game is more developed than your inside game. So when Tank decides to go on the inside and knock Lamar out and treat him like he wasn't shit, that's when the fight started to get away from Tank. But when Tank was boxing the first 6 rounds, he won the first 4 out of the 6 rounds, with ease. Because Lamont doesn't have necessarily fast feet. Lamont is more quick than he is fast. He's more quick than he is just a raw athlete. He can't really keep up with the foot speed of Devin, Shakur, or Tank. But Lamont is so his IQ and his patience and his repetition. He's been boxing just as long as the rest of these dudes. He could win off of intangibles. He could win off of other things, and he got heart. Like he got real heart. I was mad that he wasn't talking shit to Tank in the build up, but that's just not him. But the reason why I be mad when they don't talk shit, because the sport could be bigger if you talk that shit, and your check will be bigger if you talk that shit. But I mean, they already making millions, so to them it's like, what's the extra?
What happens in the rematch though?
In the rematch, Lamont, unless he get a knockout, he gonna lose. You know why? Look at the list behind me. How is Tank Davis number one? When you making that money like that, man, they're not gonna let no damn Lamont Rose dethrone you because Lamont can't pack out them stadiums. Lamont can't pack out them stadiums, bro.
But let me tell you this, y'all think Tank is still ranked number one? Deserves that?
No. You don't lose and they call it a draw and you number one. Fuck no. No, that's not no disrespect. That's just what it is.
I was like, I know I wasn't. Now we got that Boots, and we got Boots versus Stanionis. Break that down, KG.
I mean, ain't nothing to break down. Boots is a weight bully at 147. He way more athletic than Stanionis, and Stanionis most likely scared of Boots. A lot of them dudes at 47 is a desert right now. A lot of the talent is gone. It's been gone. It's not coming back. Does Boots beat prime Keith Thurman? Probably not. Does Boots beat a prime Errol Spence? Probably not. Does Boots beat a prime even if does Boots beat Crawford right now? If Crawford wasn't on to bigger and better things, probably not. Does Boots beat Sean Porter? We don't know. We would think that he could beat Porter because Porter was the weaker out of that era. But the oasis of 147, the waters have ran dry. It's a desert. So nobody can, even if Boots go undisputed at 147, it's not gonna matter. Who did you fight?
Exactly who you be at that,
And you know what? It's not all of Boots' fault because Brian Norman, they offered that man $1.5 million. Boots, you can send me a contract tomorrow for $1.5 million, and I'm gonna meet your ass in the center of that ring. So you can't just blame Boots, but when all the balls move to 154, when all the balls move to 154, you got to move to 154 too if you got balls, because the other guys at 47 they making it hard for you. Brian Norman messing up Boots' legacy by ducking that fade.
Yeah, facts. That's facts. That's facts.
With like Brian Norman and Boots, they fought a lot of times sparring. They sparred a lot of times, so it's good to actually see that in pro.
Man, shit, I want to see Gary Russell and Boots because they fought in the amateurs.
3 times, right? Gary Wilson.
Gary won. I think most of them.
Yo, it's so funny why people not fair in Boots anymore, man. Like,
no, I think Boots can fight. Hold up. Who said that ain't fair? I ain't saying I ain't fair. I'm just saying, look, at 147, he can't prove nothing at 147. That's what I'm saying.
Now, what I was saying was, remember when back when Boots was on a hot streak and everybody want to fight Boots, nobody want to get in the ring with him. Now, ever since that fight when that second fight, who was that fighter who was like questionable? When his chin was questionable, I think. I forgot what fight was that.
No, Boots got a chin, bro. Listen. Boots has a chin. Boots has a chin. Matter of fact, Boots got too much of a chin. A lot of times he neglect his defense. He's too fast to get hit with some of the shots that he get hit with. Like Boots ain't nobody that you can just walk over, bro.
With his defensive irresponsibilities, that's a lot of what it was.
Yeah,
you want to be the dude and just go and walk him down and beat him up. And
check, Karen. Thank you, Lico.
Yep, Karen.
Yep, Karen. He's doing the fight.
Last name, all right, but his first name is Karen.
If Karen was more athletic with that style, he winning. With that movement and all of that, he winning. Boots didn't like that movement. In America, a lot of the fighters are taught to stay off of their toes now because we in a post-Floyd era, so everybody think they're gonna be the next Floyd. Everybody just want to sit in the pocket. Yeah, when I post me spar and I'm on my toes, they say, "Oh, you look like you fighting back in the '80s. You look like you fighting back in the '90s." When Usyk do this shit, he look like when Usyk do it, He looked like a genius. Wow, look at his footwork. When Bibble do it, wow, look at all the footwork these guys have. That's that Ukrainian style. So yeah, all of my fights been on TikTok for years now. KJITV in action tab. It's been on here for years. But I'm about to go pro, so don't worry. I'm posting all my shit. I'm promoting all of my fights myself, talking shit, actually showing the people some heart, some gumption, some balls, something that all of these motherfuckers who getting paid, they scared to do. And I'm posting all of my own shit on all my platforms.
Dang, how long you been boxing before you this your first pro fight? How long was it before you?
4 years.
4 years. All right.
Everybody talking about how many fights. If you've been on my channel and you haven't seen me fight, kiss my ass. Because I've been saying it for I don't know how long. KJITV in action is a tab on TikTok. You can go through, you can watch the different fights, you can see the development from the early fights to the very last fight that I had. The last fight that I had, I beat somebody who they thought was a big amateur. He was going pro too. He had over 130 fights in the amateurs. He had won multiple Golden Gloves. I took my belt off and I tore that ass up. They said man got a crazy ego. Listen, Ashton. When you wake up, when you punish your body and you going on 15-mile runs and you in the gym, living in the damn gym, when you carrying your bag on the side of the road, it's not about ego. I know the work that I put in, and I know a lot of these dudes hoes too. Me not being the whole game recognized game. I know a lot of these people that's on TV is hoes. Like it don't got nothing to do with talent, none of that. Like Devin Haney a real soldier. He showed you that in the Ryan Garcia fight. If Ryan was on the PEDs, Ryan's a hoe. So a lot of people that people like is really hoes.
I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that's ego. That's just confidence, bro.
Yeah, they call it what they want to call it, man. Ego, ego, I don't give a fuck. Huh?
I look at Devin Haney as a throwback fighter.
Yeah, Devin back in the day with it, man. Yeah, I like Devin. Somebody said, "Are you African or Aztec?" I heard you was Aztec. Yeah, you was on my TikTok page.
I'm gonna keep it again though. I like Devin.
Ashton said, "I've been to nationals 4 times. Who is you?" Well, I couldn't get to nationals. It's a dude named Titus Ash. He's pro now. If you go to my KJITV in action, I whooped his ass. But because he goes to the Upton gym, I couldn't get out the first round. This motherfucker just started pushing my head down. But he got his ass whooped. He got to advance. So that national shit, that shit is rigged for certain people, certain gyms. But one thing I know is this, Ashton, what weight you fight at? Because you could come to Baltimore and you can find out who I am. I can find out who you are. And we could post it.
Damn.
Yeah, man, motherfuckers don't, and nobody never comes, Lico. Nobody never comes. Because they know it. It's a difference with these motherfuckers with no platform. I got 40,000 people, so if you want to come whoop my ass, I'll post it on live. We could go straight up live. No editing the video, nothing. But nobody motherfuckers ain't coming. It's a difference, bro. With somebody who believes in themselves and somebody who in a fucking group with somebody that's backing them with money and setting them up to look good every fight and shit like that. When I jumped into boxing, my second fight, I was fighting at 154. Right? I went to the first Golden Glove. The person in the ring was 165. So the stuff that I went through in boxing, most of y'all haven't gone through. That's why a lot of people they don't train how I train. I was thrown to the wolves when I jumped in this shit, and I fought more than 165 pounders.
Damn. Right? How many ounces gloves you used when you went at that?
That was 12 ounce. That was 12 ounce.
Oh, 12 ounce?
Yeah, amateur.
I think I remember one of your lives. In one of your lives, you said you were a welterweight. Is that true?
No, I'm fighting 154, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's my fault.
I ain't even trying to talk crazy, but when I ask how many fights you got, you want to talk crazy. No, that's because I'm used to people. I'm used to people that be like trying to like shit on me and stuff. So I'm always ready to fight. I don't really know who you are, Ashton, but if you talking crazy, you come up here and we could get crazy in the boxing ring. And everybody know who I am. I'm KJ. Don't nobody know you. You say you've been nationals 4 times. Don't nobody know you. And that's not me talking crazy. That's not me hating. That's just the truth. I'm one of the only fighters in America that's gonna market themselves. They scared of KJ. They not scared of. They not scared of these other dudes. They know me. Shit. All your favorite fighters, they watch my videos. They watch my content. Motherfuckers in the local area, I done already whooped their ass. I got video of me whooping their ass.
Have you ever went to Vegas to box?
No.
The train, like,
Ain't nothing out there.
No.
The motherfuckers in Vegas not going on 15-mile runs. They just in Vegas. Most people that you see in Vegas, they just got connections. Rarely do you have motherfuckers like a David Benavidez where he'll go out to Vegas and he really like that. Just because you see somebody standing next to somebody else, that don't mean that they like that, bro. That's the thing. People hear a name. It's not their fault though. It's all subconscious. Motherfuckers hear a name and they say, okay, he with Floyd, he with this person, he with that person. He gotta be like that. That's not real life. Boxing an individual sport. Difference is you known by nobody that don't box. I got real connection. My time gonna come, bro. I'm not saying that you gonna have a bad career. You could be a fucking Hall of Famer. I don't know, but you know, and I know that I'm more known by than you, and I'm known by people who don't box. That's what you want. You want casuals, Ashton. So Ashton, what you need to do is grab a hold of your balls and start making content like me. Let the people know who you are. When I fight, any fight that I had, my last fight got 23,000 views. My last fight got 23,000 views. So you can have all the connections you want. I am the plug. I don't need no connection. I'm the plug. Motherfuckers gonna have to come to me. Anybody that know if they fight me, they know. I'm gonna have my mans in the auditorium. Even if you rob me, I'm gonna make a video of me taxing that ass. So they know about KJ. Go ahead.
You heard him keep calling, yo?
Who?
Keep calling.
Nah.
Keep calling. Maybe I'm saying this last name wrong. Keep calling.
I sparred with Roach. Go ahead. I don't know.
They say he's like the next like Shakur. Like his style resembles Shakur.
I don't know. Said marketing is more important. I'm surprised more boxers. Bro, versatility. The reason more boxers don't market is because they scared. It ain't about no. I'm surprised more boxers don't market. These motherfuckers got 50,000, 100,000 followers and scared to market their fights. But then after they win, they get on the mic and talk some shit. They say it's hard to make it in boxing without connections. It's all about connections. That's right. What is that? NYCJ. That's right for the average person. But you ain't hear what I said. They need connections. I am the plug. All of your favorite fighters have already seen me. I spar with Lamar Roach. I'm probably going to spar with the boy up DC, the nice boy up DC. You open class yet? I went open class with 4 fights, Ashton. Bro, don't ask me no more questions, bro. Because you talking to a man with something that most men don't have. You talking to a man with heart. Don't ask me no more questions. I went open with 4 fights. Don't ever. Just chill out, bro. Just chill out. Facts, more people need to brand themselves. They're not going to brand themselves because they scary. They scary. It's okay.
Because if they lose.
They said heart going to get you hurt. Okay, so, I understand what type of man you are now. I understand. I would never be able to relate to you, and you never going to be able to relate to me. It's okay. It's okay.
Dang, bro. Like, these people, man, so-called boxing fans, man.
No, he's a boxer talking like that. He a boxer, not a fan. He a boxer talking like that.
I know that.
That motherfucker said heart won't get you hurt, and he a boxer.
Yeah, man, I just want to say this real quick, and I got to go, man. Yeah, that dude said hard to get you hurt, man. That sound like coward talk to me. Of course, you want to be smart about it, but, bruh, people that talk like that, man, don't go nowhere in life. And for you to do 4 fights, go open, go.
They ain't never seen nothing like me, Mr. Fact Straight. And now,
in the ring with an open fighter, that just shows your boldness, man, and tenacity. That's how I look at it.
And when I tell other fighters,
you have to test yourself.
When I tell other fighters that, like the way that I did my career, they be like, "What? You did what?" Because they would never in a million fucking years. So by the time I got to like 8 fights, I was fighting dudes with 40, 50, and 100 fights and beating their ass and posting it on my TikTok. So that's why it's like I don't relate to these dudes,
Right.
man. Like I went
I
to
mean,
straight through the Lions Den. I don't ain't scared of none of these motherfuckers, man.
and that's what you got to do in order to find out who you are in that ring, because you can always, a lot of people can sit up there and talk the talk, but until you test yourself, even like with George Foreman, you know, when George Foreman was I think was this in the Olympics or this was in the amateurs, I think, for sure in the amateurs, where he faced somebody, man, that had way more fights than him, and he beat him, and he knocked that dude out. And so, man, you never know unless you put yourself in those situations, man. I mean, it is like a do or unalive, but that's the only way you're gonna know. But a lot of people won't put themselves in a position because they're afraid to fail.
It's not even that they're afraid to fail. A lot of people they want everybody else to tell them how great they are. So if they lose, then people not gonna tell them they're great. People gonna tell them they ain't shit. A motherfucker like me, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. It's my life. I look in the mirror and tell myself I'm great. I don't need no extra accolades. When I go on there, when I finished my 10-mile run this morning, I knew I was great as soon as I finished doing my 10 miles. And the motherfuckers who talking, they not gonna go do it.
Right. So let me clarify why I say is people are afraid to fail, because that's a part of the game. That's a part of the process. So people are absolutely afraid to fail. They don't want to look bad. But a failure is part of your success, because you have to learn from your the times that you lose in order to become great. But there's a lot of people are afraid to fail. They're afraid to go through the fire in order for themselves to be tested, and everybody want to be perfect, but you can't.
Yeah. Basically, look, the way that I sum it up is like that. I don't say it when I'm talking to guys who support the channel. I don't know them, but most people is hoes, man. And that's just what it is. It's not just boxing. I'm talking about in life. In life, you gotta go after what you want in life. You may get knocked down, you get yourself back up. Most people is hoes. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. They can't help themselves. So I'm never gonna understand the hoe. And a hoe is never gonna understand me. That's why after I see that a dude's scary like that, I don't go back and forth with him. You a scared motherfucker, I'm not. I don't have it in me. A lot of these times I'm watching these press conferences, I'm like, how come so and so won't say nothing? What the hell they got you in this stage? You ain't gonna say nothing? Shit, I'm going out. I don't know about. I'm going out guns blazing. I'm coming in guns blazing. That's how I'm going out. If we market in a fight, it's no way that I'm about to sit here in this press conference with you and not say nothing. There's no way that I'm about to kiss your ass in a press conference and we about to go to war.
Like Rolly did a few weeks ago.
These, I'm gonna tell you this real fast, man. A lot of these fighters, man, don't know how to articulate themselves. They gym rats, like I said, they nerds. They feel uncomfortable being in the spotlight, and they say some stupid shit when they finally open their mouth because they lack social skill. For one person in particular, I'm not gonna try to down him like that, but Terrence Crawford, he put his foot in his mouth the other day when he's trying to downplay Errol Spence. And he put his foot in his mouth, and I really felt like he might have did that on accident because he misspoke. But he should have corrected himself. I really feel like he just misspoke.
All Terrence was saying is that Errol not on my level.
Regardless.
All Terrence was saying is that Errol not on my level.
But it was stupid.
Yeah, he just put it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Errol is the second longest reigning welterweight. They're gonna put Errol in the Hall of Fame. I think he's the second longest reigning welterweight.
Yeah. And so,
no, 100%. Yeah. He'll make it. But yeah, I get what you're saying about these guys just staying quiet when they're up on the podium, even though they're at the top. Like Rolly a few weeks ago, I thought he was going to talk all kinds of shit.
Rolly had he had his heart snatched from him in a couple of fights because he lost. But you know what? It's not the fact that he lost. Rolly said boxing is easy. So that right there lets you know he's not trained how he's supposed to be training. And this is a man that has the money to train all day if that's what he wants to do. So there's nothing easy about. I don't give a fuck. Nothing is easy about boxing, bro. It's days where your knees hurting, your back hurting, your hamstring, your ass, everything hurting because you put in so much punishment on your body. Boxing is not easy. So you hear somebody boxing is easy. You just go to the gym and you go home. Motherfucker, you're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing to be the best.
I know that, but he's not there because he can fight.
Hard, man. Even with the dude that he used to be with, what's his name? I forgot his coach name, but yeah, they don't train that hard, man. They was just knocking guys out in Vegas. They'll get in the ring with anybody, knock them out, and now they think they big shots.
But it's a thing though. You see that all across boxing. Edgar Berlanga got 17 first round knockouts. Who the hell you fighting? I went to his box rack. Eduardo, Ramirez, Sanchez, all these motherfuckers. Come on, bro.
Boom, subbed him by Top Rank.
That's why it's like they want you nowadays in the world. They just create these stars. They give them money and say, okay, respect this man. He's great. You ain't shit. He has money. You don't. He has fame. You don't. That don't mean that motherfucker can fight. And a lot of these dudes don't even have the personality to sell fights. Why did Edgar Berlanga get that huge check to fight Canelo? He had done nothing in the sport, and he's not a draw all on his own. Even though y'all trying to feed these guys and get them all these first round knockouts, people still don't care about what they got to say because everything is spiritual. Everything about energy. You're feeding people false energy. They're not buying into that shit. Even Canelo could fight bums now because he already put in the work. He already went out there and fought really great fighters and beat them most of the time.
But can he really get away with that anywhere? Like, there's a reason this skull fight is happening in Saudi. No one wants to watch that over in the States.
The skull fight at this point is just a fight to get him good before he fight Crawford, I think.
I know that, but there's a reason it's in Saudi and not
Vegas. Nobody want to watch that shit. But Canelo could sell with anybody, bro. He's proven that. You can bring your grandmother out there and at least 500,000 people going to buy the pay-per-view.
All right, let's have an example. If you put him in with someone like Billy and had that in Vegas, or
that would have been dangerous though. And Billy got power. It would have been a lot on Canelo, but he should have done that.
I know, but he's not a big mainstream opponent. So would that kind of opponent sell out an arena in Vegas?
Look, if you're really a great marketer, you can sell with anybody. You're not gonna break the bank. But a lot of these dudes are boring as fuck. Like Canelo is a media. Canelo is an all-time great, but he's part of a media machine. That's why he was afforded a Floyd Mayweather fight at 23 years old. They always knew that he was the redhead, freckle-faced Mexican fighter that they were going to be working with for the next 15 years. So they always put him in position to be great. But Canelo isn't exciting on the damn microphone. He's not exciting on the microphone. His press conferences are not exciting. Nothing. Only thing that is exciting is the fight. So he can't really get in there with somebody that's unknown and make it a big event.
If you give him enough bark, maybe like he did with Boo Boo and he did with Oscar.
When Canelo said to Boo, get the fuck out of here, bro.
No, Boo Boo can't sell either, but Boo Boo will fight anybody. I respect Boo Boo. But Boo Boo, he's so damn nice and vanilla. Like, that energy don't sell. I don't know, man. I don't know. They say you seen that. I seen that post, bro. I was going to do a video about it. Duran will beat the brakes off Tank.
Hell, I think prime for prime at 135, he could stop Tank.
Yeah, Duran beat the brakes off Tank. Because of the inside fighting. KJ, who do you think is the best lightweight? I don't know. These guys got to fight each other, bro. Lightweight is the best in the worst division. All that talent, ain't nobody fighting.
After last night,
I would have to say Aaron Pryor, man. Aaron Pryor. I don't know why.
I think they talking about the other guys on the screen, but
Aaron Pryor.
And Pryor was at 140, right?
Yeah, that was 140.
What's the 140?
Yeah.
No, I thought he was at a smaller weight class.
If we're talking all time, it's got to be Durant.
Durant was a bad motherfucker, bro. But look, I'm getting up out of here. I appreciate y'all coming up here rocking with me, and also I want to apologize because I lost my focus. That's why I like the Patreon and stuff. I'm gonna build my Patreon up. It's gonna be a time where I'm no longer really going live on these platforms once I build my Patreon up to like 1,000 or something. Because you see all the negative energy. It was a dude who jumped on here and just said the N-word a million times. And then it was... and then there's people that come up here, they want to talk about me as a fighter and stuff like that. It's like, bro, the fights that I fought, I fought guys with over 100 fights and beat them. Like, you know what I mean? I trained damn it every day of my life. And you talking from a screen, knowing damn well you're not going to meet up with me and spar. There's no need for that. Just come and do the boxing talk. Yeah. And also I like to say, because, I've been critical of Tank. The reason why I've been critical of Tank, I see greatness in Tank, bro. But I think Tank got a mental blockage, like where he don't really want to go out there and be great. It's like, bro, you got more talent than a lot of these dudes. You got more talent than a lot of these dudes.
I mean, he said it. He doesn't care about being great. He just wants to make his money and get out.
Yeah, that's why I be like, kind of hard on him. They say I'm trying to see something, bro. My sparring Nivlock has been on TikTok. I mean, my fights have been on TikTok under a tab KJITV in action for years now. So, like I said, a lot of people they don't really want to accept the fact that I can fight and that I make boxing content because they only know me from doing TikToks and shit. But it is what it is, bro. But I'm out of here. I'm gonna start doing one free live a week for the YouTube. And see, they said when you go, my next fight is gonna be pro. One free live a week for YouTube, the rest of the lives for Patreon. This live was actually gonna be 30 minutes TikTok and the rest Patreon, but I uploaded it on YouTube for public on accident. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just rock with it. But I appreciate everybody that been rocking with me. Mr. Straight Fast, Levi, Alico, Mr. Incredible, everybody that came up and was positive, bro. Everybody that came up and was positive.
I appreciate you, for letting us be in the line, man.
Well, no, y'all put yourself in the line because most people don't even want to get up. Most of the motherfuckers trolling in the chat, they don't want to really get up and state their belief or their insight or nothing like that. So they don't even really want to be heard. Most people they say something like they don't like their voice, they don't know what to say, stuff like that. So thanks for coming up, man, and I'm out.
I'm telling you, it is refreshing to talk to individuals who actually know what they're talking about in terms of boxing, rather than just guys who just watch Jake Paul.
Oh my God,
Jake Paul, man. Jake Paul is something else. But y'all have a good one, man. Peace. One more thing in my ass. I'm gone. Alright, so this is gonna be a free YouTube live. I wanted to upload the Patreon, I messed up, it is what it is, but I'm out. For the YouTube, for that first part where the person was saying the N-word a million times, that wasn't me, that was a troll. I got him blocked, so hopefully y'all don't try to do nothing, flag the video, whatever. I don't know what's going on with those trolls out there. Everybody that support me on my YouTube, thank you. And peace.